Welcome to Boise Song Talk. I'm James Coberly Smith. Give me just a second, set this guitar down if you would, please. Thank you. Songs. What we're going to be doing on Boise Song Talk is we're going to be speaking with a number of the great local songwriters about how they write their songs. Now, they're all great live performers, and I encourage you to go out and see their live shows. However, we will not be emphasizing performance on this show. Instead, we'll be speaking with them about how they write their songs. Now, let's go over and meet tonight's special guests, Annika Klein and Levi Kaup. Welcome, you two. Thank you very much for coming. I went to Ryan Peck at Boise Rock School, and I said, you know, Ryan, I've done a lot of shows, but they're with people that are usually older. And I know some people don't write their first songs till maybe they're 25, some at 30, some at 50. But you two, I'm so glad you came because you're both 15, if I'm correct, and you're both writing songs already. So I thought it'd be great to let us, get an idea of what it is writing songs at age 15. Now, since there's two of you here, to simplify things, I'll first speak with one of you, one at a time, and I think we'll have to go ladies first. So, Annika, can you give me some idea of your music history? Did you grow up playing music a lot or what?
Yeah, I have great musical influence in my family. My dad used to be an opera singer for a long time, and I've sang in choir since I was 4 or 5, I don't remember, but and I didn't get into guitar until I was 11, but I've always been singing. It's just something that I've learned to do, I've grown up to do, because everybody in my family sings.
Yeah. You sang in choirs, you say?
Yeah.
So in a choir, you are hearing the other voices, right?
Yeah.
And you almost are learning how to blend or what voices sound like together.
And that's been a great difficulty for me, but I've mastered it because my voice is naturally very loud. So.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Compared to the other people in your typical choir?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So, but I've learned over the years to blend, and it's gotten better over time.
Interesting. Yeah, when you're doing solo things, obviously you don't have anything like that
Nope.
to deal with. What opera singers, so fascinating. And you took up guitar around 11. Had you played any other instrument before guitar?
I don't think the recorder in 4th grade counts, but...
The recorder? Like the...
No.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm 4th grade, but everybody does that, so it's
Well,
required.
I don't know.
So, no. Just guitar.
The recorder is the thing that you blow into straight.
Yeah.
I have one at home, and doggone, it's not easy. It's not easy for me to get a good sound out of that thing. So don't
cross buns. It took a while to learn.
What's that? Wow. Oh, that was the tune?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, excellent. Wow. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Well, that counts, though. To me, that all counts. It's all part of doing music to me. When did you first start writing songs?
Ooh, the first song I ever wrote, I was 5, and it was at this camp. I don't even remember what it was about, but it was something about people coming together as one. That's all I remember. That was my message. Pretty deep for a 5-year-old.
It actually was.
So.
I'll be darned. Well, I'll be darned. What? So you wouldn't have had an instrument with that, would you?
Nope.
You just.
I just memorized the tune and just sang it over and over.
So you made up the melody?
Yeah.
Did you put words to it?
I
Not
did.
that you remember them necessarily, but at the time you made up the melody and then put words to it.
Actually, now that I think of it, I made my sister write a piano part for it, and we played it on the piano together as a little duet for a while. But,
so you had piano around the house then with your sister?
Yeah, my mom and sister play a lot.
Oh, neat. That's nice. Well, wondered if you might be game to play one of your original songs here for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
This one's called Be True, and I wrote it almost 2 years ago now, but it's one of my favorites. Guess it was too good to be true.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
That's a real nice song. First, I'll just comment on you. The guitar playing is great. That's not easy to do.
It's a work in progress.
Well, it always is, though.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
anything we do, any of us in this kind of a thing, it's always growing if we stay interested.
Yeah.
But that's not an easy strum to do, and you did it very well. A downward strum. It gives it a real forward rock motion to the thing. The song, I like. It's very clear. I'm not wondering what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's very clearly about a relationship, and I really liked it in the chorus when you went to and threw in, "You're just Mr. Isolated." I liked that. It really created a
picture.
Yeah, a picture and a state of mind of where he was and why things weren't working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of good emotion and angst, and I really liked it. One other thing I really liked about this is in the verse 2, you start out with, "Heard of chances?" It's a question.
Yeah.
And when I hear a question after I'm hearing all this information, then you say, "Heard of chances?" It's, as a listener, I'm going, whoa, you're talking to me, and it engages me. It's a real neat songwriting technique you did there. I don't even know if you're aware of it, but it's a very effective thing you did. I really liked it. All right. Well, Annika Klein, thank you very much. That song was called "Be True." And let's move on over, if we can, to Levi Kaup and have a few words with Levi. So, my friend, again, thank you also for coming. Greatly appreciated. Similar question to Annika. When did you first start doing music and that type of thing?
I was interested in it for as long as I can remember, but I really started writing music about 2 years back when I got involved with Boise Rock School, and I just started learning songs, doing cover songs, and I just very easy to put it together.
Uh-huh. Interesting. So you bring up cover songs. That's something I might have asked about later. When you did quite a few cover songs, quite a few years back. What do you think? What do you learn when you cover a song?
Well, you learn a basic layout, you know, a chord progression, and you sort of take that in and you just change it a little bit, and it, you know, becomes your own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you think by playing other songs you think are good songs, you are learning something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very neat. So you started a couple of years ago. How about when you were young? Did you have music around the house? Or?
Not really. I don't remember anyone really playing anything, just listening.
Mm-hmm. What would be things you liked listening to back then?
Usually just classic stuff. My dad, you know, The Who or something like that.
Okay. Very good. Straight ahead rock. Very good. So you guys started writing a couple of years ago. Why do you think you said, "Hey, I want to write a song"?
I don't know. It came very naturally, you know. I mean, after I got just the chord progression down, they just sort of came out, you know, after I started playing it for a while.
Uh-huh. So after you'd been playing the covers, then you started to get influenced in the process you just described so well. Started changing the chords around a bit and starting to create your own. Very neat. Now, do you usually do music or lyrics first?
I usually, like I said, start out with a progression. And
That's
then,
right, yeah.
just kind of see what comes after that.
Uh-huh. So it usually will be music first, and then the lyrics will come later. All right. Well, you feel like giving us one of your original tunes, my friend.
This is called Grown Up. You're not welcome in this part. You're uncultured in my art. I stayed away from you, but you still broke my heart. I can't unwind, 'cause I haven't slept for 2 whole days, and where you are makes me frustrated, 'cause I see your legs and your feet and your toes. I want to know who you are, but I haven't grown up. There's not a lot you can say that'll keep me away from you. Say you don't feel safe. Well, we might just have to keep it that way. I'm not okay. You don't know what it's like to be dragged down to the sidewalk, and you bang on the padded walls till you reach the other side, but you're still not free. 'Cause I haven't slept for 2 whole days, and now where you are makes me frustrated, 'cause I see your legs and your feet and your toes. I want to know who you are, but I haven't grown up.
Very nice, very nice. Levi Kaup. Okay, now that's an interesting song. You told me when we were speaking the other day, you said that you were kind of proud of this one. It was the most recent song you've done, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is different about it that makes you say that? What happened in this song?
Probably the music. It's probably the most complex song I've done so far as music-wise, with a full bridge and everything. I'm not exactly as experienced as Annika, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you know, this is. It's understood. But you had a bridge in your song. She didn't. There you go. So you're even.
Okay.
No, it was really nice. I was making note. There was a bridge there, and okay. So musically, it was different. I enjoyed. First time, and you were nice enough to play it for me the other day, briefly, when I heard you say, "I see your legs and your feet and your toes." I liked them because of the specifics. It was like, oh, you know, toes is not a word that's said all that often in a song. It's like Mr. Isolated that Annika had. It's a specific thing. Toes, it's like, wow, toes, huh? And it catches me. So the specifics that you use are nice. And you have nice use of the minor chords with that A minor, you know, and the music of it to keep that tension. Minor chords can do that. Now that song, did that come fairly quickly when you were writing that?
You know, it came kind of moderately, you know. I worked on it for a couple days and I kind of got it all figured out and played it a couple times. And it just all came together.
So similar process as usual, where you got the music first and then you'd be playing those chords and then some words would start coming?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Very neat, very neat. All right, shucks. And, well, I tell you what, okay. Well, I think we come on back to Annika now again. This is fun. You're both really good, and I really appreciate it. This is almost a question for both of you. When you're at Boise Rock School, in a class, you take classes in there. Do the classes have names? Like what would be, no? Okay, it's just more of a gathering of musicians.
No, yeah, you get together with, like, you're assigned to a band that kind of fits your skills playing-wise and personality-wise and similar age, and you all get together and you write your own stuff, play covers, do whatever you want, like whether you set goals and then you work over a course of a couple of months to reach them.
What might be the goal you would set there?
Well, recently, for me personally, it's recording and getting an EP done or completed.
Neat.
And I'm doing that solo, but I just got put into a new band, and we're working on a set of like 6 songs.
Have you done much recording?
I have. Probably like 7 songs, I'd say. And they're all works in progress, but they're almost there, they're almost completed, and it's actually a very exciting and triumphant feeling to have.
Yeah. Do you find when you record yourself the first times, was it unusual to hear yourself?
Yeah, because I'd never experienced like that environment.
Sure.
Like everything is, it helps your voice sound better, and the mics are all super expensive and high tech, and I was like, yes.
Yes, the old yes moment. Back to the rock school. So when you're in these rooms, do you find when you're in the room with other musicians, do you exchange ideas that help you grow?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so it's a very productive environment.
Yeah, we build upon each other. We grow
That's
as
great.
people.
That's really great. That's really neat. Well, do you feel like giving us another song there?
Sure. This is one I wrote like 5 years ago, and it's called Fighting.
Okay.
Realizing you were never mine. You were
right. This is interesting. This song and the last one that Levi did as well, and your first one as well, they have great direct emotional angst in these songs that I think is really great. Sometimes people will say, you know, they'll say, oh, they're just 15, you know, they don't know what hard times are, or things like this, sayings like that. And I never believed that was true, ever. I always thought at any age, you feel intense stuff. And you two, what's so great is you're putting them into the songs, and I can feel it. When you write a song like that, does it lift your burden at all if you're writing about your own situation to put it into a song?
Yeah, mostly because, lyrics and the melody help, because the melody of a song can really, like, project the mood of it. Like, you can tell if it's meant to be, like, soft-spoken or loud and angry. And then the lyrics say so much. They can tell a story or persuade people to a point that they want to believe, or just preach morals, like whatever suits different musicians. Mm-hmm. But it definitely helps because, one, it's like getting my thoughts out elsewhere, mm-hmm. so they're not trapped. Mm-hmm. And that's really a nice release for me personally.
Yeah, I think at the beginning when you were talking about songwriting, one of the things you said was, and to cope.
Yes.
Which was, like, that caught my ear. I was going to ask you about it anyway, but I went, okay, that makes sense. A song like that, would that have come to you quickly?
This one, I have changed this one so much over the years.
Is that right?
Yeah, but usually it comes to me in parts, like the chorus comes and then the verse, like over a couple of days or sometimes weeks. Like the first verse I wrote with the lyrics was totally different melody and lyrics. I totally redid it because my 12-year-old self had different music tastes than my 15-year-old self. But I remember I came up with the verse at a camp in 6th grade, and it was in the middle of the night. I had a dream about it, and I woke up and I actually stayed up the rest of the night just singing it over and over until I could record it on my mom's phone the next morning so that I could remember it later.
That's great. That's another thing I was going to ask you. When you get an idea, how do you capture it? And you just gave me one of the ways.
I'm a teenage girl, so I always have my phone on me. So
I
record it on my phone.
Yeah, that's great. I've heard other songwriters say that too. It's a great tool, because if you get great ideas, they can fly away if you don't capture them somehow, right? Yeah, very neat. And I noticed the title is Fighting of the last song.
Yeah.
And yet we don't really say the word fighting in the song, right?
Nope, it's more like describing a fight.
Yeah, that's really neat. I like it. I had a conversation with someone once about that. And I said, well, I don't know what the song's about. And he said, actually in high-level poetry, he was telling me, the title will never be what's in the song. I went, wow, I didn't know that. So look at that, you're doing high-level poetry, you didn't even know it. Very nice. All right, back over to Levi. All right, my friend. So how about capturing an idea? I hadn't asked you. Let's say you get some ideas. How do you?
I get a lot of ideas, and it's kind of hard to capture them, when I'm not with my guitar, and, I don't have anything to write it down. But, I usually just get in the moment, and it comes.
Gotcha. So it comes to you kind of quickly, and then you have to hope you've got something around.
Yeah.
I usually have a pen or something to hope I can catch the lyrics. Yeah. Melodies are a little tougher. Do you think writing for you is more of an inspiration or a discipline?
Discipline, I say it's more of an inspiration just because I've always been into lyrics. People say Bob Dylan's not the greatest singer, but, I never really focused on the singing, he was just, all the lyrics, they meant something, and it was always great.
Yeah. Well, if anyone wants to look you two up, Annika Klein and Levi Kaup. BoiseRockSchool.com is where I had the great pleasure of running into you, thanks to my friend Ryan Peck, who introduced us. And I thank you so much for coming. This is really great, the perspective that you bring. I appreciate it very much. And Levi, we're winding toward the end of the show. I wonder if you might take us out on one of your songs over there.
This is the first song I wrote called $4.36.
Oh, I love this one.
I was born with money strapped to my chest. $4.36 and a wish for the best. I had all the rich kid toys and you could ask for, but $4.36 was never